Welcome to Jamie Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the 25th edition of the Asics Gel-Kayano. So the Kayano seems to be one of the favorites amongst high cushioning stability running options. So today I brought back Trudy to help me find a real verdict on this newest edition. So the upper comes equipped with a jacquard mesh fluid fit upper. While this isn't anything really new, we would say the upper does a solid job across the board. The upper feels structured and reinforced, while still being breathable and not having unnecessary amount of overlays. The ventilation is actually pretty good, much better than what we were expecting, and it fared well during these hot summer days. The fit was accommodating around the midfoot, and it seemed the toe box has widened up a bit. Trudy noticed she has more space in the shoe than her previous Asics models. The heel area was very stable and gave ample support. When your foot is in the shoe, you feel this sense of security. What we also liked was that the shoe didn't have an excessive amount of padding inside the shoe. Sometimes companies try to make the shoe too comfortable, and they kinda overdo it. There's really nothing too fancy or bad about the upper. It does the job. The heel counter gives the shoe a very locked-in fit. The upper is comfortable and breathable. There's no rubbing or irritation. It was about what we would expect. The midsole technology in the Kayano combines a few things. First, we have the gel technology, which provides that classic Asics feel. For those who tend to land more on their heel, the padding in the heel will have you covered. The gel also provides a soft landing coming off transition near the forefoot. Combining the gel with the flight foam, the shoe has a sense of response. Not a lot, but enough to not just be a soft, comfortable shoe. The midsole density in the medial side of the shoe provides a bit more firmer feel, which helps support those who want a bit more guidance in their foot strike. For those who feel that their ankles tend to roll inward too much or want a shoe that will accommodate for a flatter foot type, this may be an option worth trying. Now the outsole uses Asics high abrasion rubber, which seems to hold up well, and also provides some extra shock absorption while running. Asics combines a few of the technologies to provide even more guidance support with their Guidance Trusted system. During transition, the shoe feels very in control and stable. Because of this, the Kayano isn't the most flexible shoe out there, but it still felt good to run in. So the Kayano 25 is about everything that we expected. It was a solid all-around stability shoe. The biggest worry that we had was the weight. On paper, it felt like the shoe was going to be a tank. And although the shoe isn't considered lightweight by any means, the weight of the shoe didn't feel that bad. It's a Kayano, so what do you expect? There's obviously room to improve. The ride of the shoe for me was a bit counterproductive, hence why I mostly wear neutrals type running shoes. But Trudy typically runs in more supportive shoes such as the Asics GT2000 and the Mizuno Inspire, and she felt that the Kayano 25 did well for the purpose of being a highly cushioned, long-run workhorse shoe. She wouldn't use it for fast days, but the stability and comfort was worth it to make it into her running shoe rotation. She also noted that this is a much better looking shoe than what she was expecting. Overall, it was a good, solid, cushioned stability shoe. And you know, for a shoe to be produced for 25 years straight, it has to be doing something right.
Well done.
Has anyone seen my shoes? They were right here. Alright guys, I need everyone to subscribe to the channel, like this video. What's that sound? Really? Right now? Anyway, like, subscribe, share, and all that nonsense. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later.
Flawless victory.